Well, I mean, again, I mean, yeah, I can show you what I see here. Um, oh, that's 6 times. There we go. Oh, so right, so there we are. That's the invitation thing over there, and it shows you as invited, right? And there's me. There's the setting for the camera and the microphone down there at the bottom. Oh, there. Wait, let's see. What's this down here? Jeff Morrow ad. Joining in three. Oh, we figured it out. Holy
Hey,
smokes.
hey, buddy. There we go.
All right.
Hello,
All right. I'm going to hang
everyone.
up the phone. There we
Yeah,
go. Okay. All right. There we
definitely.
go.
Okay, we did it.
Okay.
We
So,
did
all
it.
right. It was me. It was me all along. There was a little down in the bottom left corner of the screen. There was a little purple guy there just sitting there waiting for me to click on him. But no, I didn't have any idea that I was supposed to do that. All right. Well, now we got it figured
Right.
out.
We got that figured. Excellent. Okay. So I see it's like above and below now. It's as
Right.
opposed
Yeah.
to side by
Yeah.
side.
No
But I guess
choices
you
there, I guess. No choices.
no choices. I guess you can't share another screen, could you?
No, I don't. Yeah. Well, I mean, I think, yeah, I could invite other people. I don't know what kind of layout it would be, but it seems like it figures that out all by itself. There's no choices anymore.
Mhm, mhm. Right, right. Indeed, yeah. No choices, so you can't do landscape or portrait, right?
Right.
You have no way to upload pictures or anything,
Yeah.
unfortunately. That was kind of cool.
So it
Uh,
seems like they've moved from I mean, it seemed like before it was really the browser interface was the main, and you could also do it on the iPhone, right? The iPhone was, or the smartphone was a little bit reduced ability, but now
right.
they've kind of dumbed down the web browser version to be equal to the restricted smartphone version.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. It's just like a smartphone version, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I guess
So I
the
mean,
the
yeah,
smartphone app is probably the same as this then, huh?
I would guess so. Yeah,
Mhm.
they automatically default to a smartphone layout. The vertical. And instead of being able to do horizontal. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah.
again, so like I said, maybe they've started over. They rewrote the code from scratch, and they'll add those things in there later on. I hope so.
Well, let's hope so, because that was a little cool addition, I thought, right?
I
That,
did
that
too.
made it like a real TV broadcast
Yep. Yep.
instead of two heads talking.
Yeah. I suppose that, I mean, if the majority of the people, maybe the huge majority of people were doing it on smartphones or tablets or whatever. And, so then for those of us that were doing it on computer and liked it on computer, when they were watching it on their smartphone, well, it seems like they should be able to do their smartphone, you know, landscape and look at it that way. So I don't know. I don't understand why they did that, but
Yeah, I don't understand either. And
and
again, it's a cool feature, and let's hope they do come back with it.
yeah.
Maybe
But
if we,
did you get
talk about it.
any information beforehand that they were going to make this change? I
Yeah,
mean,
I did get a bit. I got a bit from who was it? Dean was it? Uh, I forget his name, but yes, he did send out mails. And
okay,
although on that mail, he said, "We'll start the tour and check it out now." But I clicked on that, and it didn't really take me anywhere.
huh?
Yeah, I couldn't get on there at, at
I mean,
that time.
I got information that that the new Haps was coming. I saw like little blurbs about that, but no details about what it was going to be like or what the change is going to be like.
Mhm,
Um,
mhm.
so yeah, I mean, yeah, I was totally in the dark, but yeah, you had to update. Like, when was it? I can't remember. Whenever it was, I tried to start up the Haps uh, app on my phone, and it said, "Oh, please update first or whatever," and so then I updated, and then it was all completely different.
Yeah, exactly. Same with me. You helped me through it the other
Right,
day
right,
on the
right.
computer,
Yeah,
and I was surprised to see that it was just like any other app.
right.
Actually,
Yeah,
right? It's
yeah.
just like TikTok. It's just like all those other ones heckle or
which is
yell at
another
each
thing. So
other.
now you can link to TikTok, I noticed.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, yeah,
That's pretty cool. Okay, there we go.
and
Yeah, yeah.
they're gonna have the Instagram, whatever the Instagram live streaming thing, whatever
Okay.
they haven't got it set up yet, but they're gonna add that also. I saw.
So Dan, do you use TikTok mainly on your desktop or on your browser?
I don't
Because
use it
I
very
use
much at all. When I do
yeah.
use it, it's on my phone, I guess. My
On your
phone is the only place I ever use it.
okay, phone only. Yeah, because I went to
Lost
the
you.
browser
What
version.
happened? Whoa, that was weird.
What happened?
Uh, both of our things just went down to like icons in the middle of the screen, and then it came back. It was really weird.
That's
Yeah,
really weird. Okay, gosh, I think they still have a little bit of kinks to work out, don't you?
I think so. I think
Yeah,
so. Yeah.
it's
That's why they didn't want you on
frustrating.
here. They figured it'd get
Yeah,
even kinkier with you on here.
exactly. Daniel, I knew you were going to go that direction, man.
Kinkier in more ways than one
It
there.
was.
Yeah. Yeah.
They need that kink, I swear.
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
Oh shoot. Yeah.
Uh,
So
so, well, let's hope they do that. Not get kinkier, but
yeah,
work the
yeah.
kinks out.
Work the kinks out. Yeah. The
Yeah,
Kinks. Yeah, that was a great group, I tell you, the
great
Kinks.
group. Yeah, they were great, man. They
Yeah.
did some really good songs. And we're gonna have to
Nice.
get back to that too. Then we should do music.
Right. Yeah.
Music
Oh,
of the
yeah.
70s,
Decade
number
by
two.
decade or whatever, I mean, we could actually, if we really wanted to stretch it out, we could go year by year, talking about, oh, oh yeah, you remember, for this song was number one for 6 weeks or something like that.
Yeah, right. We should. That's a
Yeah,
great
just
idea.
we could alternate. I mean, you prepare, like the even years, and I prepare the odd years or something like that. And then we could go back and forth and kind of quiz each other. And oh
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, odd years would work for you.
yeah, yeah, yep,
You know.
yep, odd years, yep.
Yeah. Uh, sounds good. There are a certain amount of years I remember in the 70s, right?
Mm, yeah.
Mainly 73, 4, 5, and on, right? The early 70s, slightly. I remember some
Yeah.
songs. Yeah.
What was it?
Three Dog
Somewhere I
Night, I do remember from the
Oh
earlier.
yeah, yeah. On I think it was on Apple TV Plus.
Mm-hmm.
There's something about, and I've also noticed it on iTunes or on Apple Music. Something about 1971. 1971 was like this. They're focusing on the year 1971, the year in music in 1971, talking about all the changes and how that was such a significant year. I guess the
Wow.
Beatles
Okay.
the Beatles were gone at that time, and so all these,
Yeah.
all this stuff was happening, and yeah, um,
Yeah.
yeah,
Interesting. Okay. Three Dog Night was definitely around then. They had some
yep,
huge
Three
stuff
Dog Night,
around then, right?
yeah, yeah.
That
Alice
could have
Cooper
been.
was coming
Yeah.
out,
Alice Cooper.
and
Right. Okay.
uh,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, quite a year, quite a year. Yeah, we're gonna have to get into that
We
definitely.
we will. Yeah. I'm just looking here. Okay, 1971, Maggie May. Oh, sure, of course,
Oh,
Maggie May. You've got a friend. My
oh,
gosh. Okay.
you've got a friend, that
Carole King.
Carol King version
Yeah,
or the
Carole King version.
okay.
Yeah. Uh, well, 71. Okay, Take Me Home Country Roads too was
Oh,
71.
oh yeah, good old
Gosh. All right.
alcoholic John Denver there.
Yeah. Right. Exactly. Yeah.
I mean,
Sure.
John
Rocky
Denver. I
Mountain
mean, he
High.
seems like such a wholesome guy, and then, he gets bombed off his gourd and then goes flying around in airplanes. I mean, drinking and
Yeah.
driving is one thing, but drinking and flying, I mean, you gotta have a death wish. I don't understand.
You definitely do. I mean, that's something you definitely should not do.
Yeah.
Absolutely
If you
not.
make a list of things you should not do, that's pretty close to the top, I'd say. Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, that's maybe he had a death wish.
Yeah. Well, he was in that movie. What was it? The one about with God, with
Yeah,
George Burns
that's
playing
right.
God.
Yeah, God was it? Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh God was it? I guess. Oh God.
Oh God,
Yeah.
yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
that was. I thought that was a good, very good movie.
Yeah, it was. It was a good
Well
movie,
done.
you know.
Mhm,
Again, he
mhm.
seemed, he fit that because he was this wholesome image guy, and then a few years later you read about him.
I
It's like,
know.
whoa, wait a minute. I guess I had him pegged wrong, but I don't know.
John Denver dies with fifth of
Yeah.
vodka by his side in a plane crash in Colorado.
Yeah. Yeah, fifth by his side and another fifth in his gut, I
Another
mean,
fifth in his gut. Yeah. Uh, oh my
oh
gosh.
shoot.
I wonder
Mm.
what else was in his system, right?
Yeah, hard to
I mean, I
say.
think there's probably more than just vodka.
Could have been some wildwood weed going on there.
Never know.
Yeah.
Anything could have been
Yeah.
anything. So yeah, so what's your week like there, Dan? I haven't seen you around lately. You've been busy.
Right.
I've been
Yeah.
busy.
Yeah.
It's haven't
Yeah.
been on
Yeah.
half.
Last week was I don't know, a lot of stuff seemed to happen, just little bitty things here and there, not anything major, but just, oh, I got to do this, oh, I got to do that, and just it all added up. I didn't get anything done. um
Mhm.
and
Yeah,
then
it's tough. It catches up sometimes, doesn't it? Yeah.
yep, yep.
I've been busy
And
working on a couple papers, right? And
oh,
I'm working on a review for Larry. I've got to get done.
oh shoot,
Yeah.
I'm glad you said that. I've got one too.
Do you? Okay, right. Yeah. It's
That's like next week or
22nd.
something. Like,
Yeah, the 22nd, Monday.
holy smack, I've got to get working on that.
I was
Wow.
wondering if you had one because he said he was asking people around us, right? So,
Yes, yeah, he asked me, and I said I'd do it, and then he sent it, and then I just kind of put it on the back burner, and then wow, okay, all right.
well, it's in my mind, although I haven't really looked at it yet. So,
Okay, all
I
right.
gotta
Well, I
get.
don't feel too bad then. Yeah,
Yeah,
I guess.
yeah. Plus, I've got two paper deadlines at the end of November
Wow.
of papers I want to submit. Yeah, so I have to
Okay. Oh.
trying to get those done.
You're
Yeah,
overworking yourself.
probably, but
Yeah.
I don't know. Gotta score some points, you know.
Score
If
some
not,
points.
if for myself, if nothing else.
There you go. There
Yeah,
you go.
and
Yep. You got
hopefully
to
then
do it for
I'll pass
yourself.
them up
That's right.
to you. Yeah, sure, sure. So what else is new? Did you have any extra classes? I put your name in, and as far as my department, yeah, it's like no one's moving around this year,
Oh,
right? So everyone's still within the age range.
okay.
Although that's going to end in a couple years. There's a few people in late 60s, which
Okay.
means they have like a year or two left.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. So Rick is. I think I'm going to take over that one semester course that Terry was doing.
Oh, okay, right. The presentation type
Yeah.
thing. Yeah,
Yeah. It's a weird class. It's like you only teach them for 5 weeks,
that is rather weird.
and I think you've got they're in like three groups, and so you teach each group for 5 weeks, and then you go to another group and teach that group for the same thing for 5 weeks or whatever. So
Okay.
um, So it's like, yeah, it's like teaching 3 5 week classes, one after the other, or whatever. But yeah, so I think I'm going to get that. But what I don't know is because of the way Tokai messed things up, I've got a conflict between my Wednesday and Friday classes at Tokai and at Kendai. Because Tokai, I never had anything in the afternoon at Tokai forever, right? We never had any afternoon classes at Tokai. And now all of a sudden next year, most of my classes at Tokai are in the afternoon.
Now, why would they go ahead and do that? I mean, I
Yeah, I
think
don't know.
I thought they were on such a good track with that. Twice a
Well,
week regular
they've
class.
changed everything. They went from 2 years of required English down to one. They moved all the English teachers from the Kyoyo into the different departments. Right? They've just absolutely totally
No,
revamped everything.
I thought it was a Mombasho rule that non-English majors had to have 2 years of English. No, or is
I,
that
I
am I
No,
wrong?
I don't think so. I don't. No, it must not be because Tokai's
Yeah.
really good about about following the rules. Um,
Okay. I guess
maybe
it's just
maybe it's, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what it is.
maybe
Maybe it's so
universities
many
can.
credits. Maybe it's
Yeah.
like, and so they get
Well, I
maybe
think
it's
that's what it is too. Sure. But
So maybe
can
it's
they?
only 4 credits. So if it's like a 1 credit class, you take it, 1 credit in the spring, 1 credit in the fall, and 1 credit in the spring, 1 credit in the fall for 4 credits, right? But Tokais are twice a week, so they get 2 credits each semester. So they get
Mhm,
4
mhm.
credits at the end of a year.
I see. I
So
see.
maybe that's what it is.
That could be. That could be. But aren't they going to have electives for English at all?
Right. Yeah. They also
Or-
are going to have electives. So, they've got 4 credits of required English that they can finish up in the first year. And then they've got elective classes that they can take anytime. Yeah.
Mhm, mhm.
Like,
Gotcha.
yeah, that's one of the classes I'm going to be teaching at Tokai is movie English or something like that. So going to be showing
Well,
them
that's a
movies and,
yeah.
yeah.
Just be careful though. What kind of movies you show, Dan?
Yeah, I mean, it's
I
so
know
weird
what
because so many movies that I think are so good are just not appropriate for the classroom. Like so at this time of year, a movie that I like to watch, with the wife
I know what
is
you're going to say. Love Actually.
yep, yep, and that one you
Me too.
just you can't show it in the classroom, man. You
You
just
just cringe
cannot
when
do it.
several of those parts come up. I
Yeah,
know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I've shown that a couple of times. Although the students, when you look at the students, they're kind of like it goes by them. I mean, they know it already. All these
Right,
things can happen, so they're kind of not as stunned as you would think.
and
Although it's just embarrassing just to show it in the first place, right?
right. And I'm sure, like Japanese TV, I haven't watched Japanese TV at all for a long time now, but it used to be, like the late night Japanese TV shows, they'd have, women topless or losing their tops or doing something, always had some kind of crazy stuff going on, the late night stuff.
Mhm, okay.
Um
Yeah. Hmm.
so I mean, nudity. I think probably nudity is at least as liberal on in television here in Japan as it is in America. Maybe even more so.
Yeah, I think it's
Um,
more so, to be honest.
yeah. So I mean, they're strict about full nudity, but I mean, the top half doesn't seem to raise any red flags here the way it would
Mhm,
even in America. I think.
mhm,
Um,
mhm. Yeah, yeah.
but movies are a whole different ball game.
They
American
are.
movies
They
are
are.
like wow. Yeah.
Yeah, I've shown that one a couple of times, and yeah, it's a bit kind of it's sort of kind of embarrassing to watch
Yep.
with the students, especially if it's like a majority female
Yeah.
class.
Yeah.
You can see some fidgeting, right?
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah.
I've stayed away from that one for the last few years.
What about Titanic?
Titanic, it's good. I've thought about showing that one, but it's so long.
Right. It's so long,
Uh,
but I'm talking about the nude scene, right? I mean, you've got the car sex, but they don't really show too much there. But then,
they don't
when
show
he draws her, right? And Kate Winslet, is in the buff, right? And
Yeah, yeah, that
that
might be
one,
okay.
I mean,
Right.
yeah, that's just, nudity, but I mean, I mean, to me, that's only a notch, above or below, however, the Love Actually. I mean, Love Actually, the scenes in there a couple, 3 times, I guess, but still, it's just basic. I mean, yeah, I guess
Mhm.
the fact that they're standing in for, it gets you thinking. Okay, what kind of movie are they stand-ins for? So it's like
Yeah.
more than the
Yeah,
nudity. I think it's a
exactly.
suggestion of what kind of movie they're standing in for. I don't know. Oh, hey, Black Eyed
In what?
Dog.
Yeah, Black Eyed Dog. Cool. Yes, so one movie I like that I've shown students that students really seem to like is Legally Blonde.
Ah,
Yeah,
okay.
because it takes place in university, right? They're about the same age. It's kind of about female empowerment, if you will, right? So yeah,
Mm.
so no, it's good. They seem to enjoy that a lot.
One
And
that
you can
one that
extrapolate that. You can teach like the scenes, the all the scenes. You can take out the dialogue, right? Teach the dialogue. You can ask questions, predictive questions. What do you think's going to happen next, right?
okay.
Review questions. Yeah,
Mm. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
it's
Movie
pretty
that
awesome.
I plan to get in all into that. When I'm doing that course. But um, a movie that that both Mike and I have shown at different times is Devil Wears Prada.
Yes, okay.
Very
I've heard
popular,
the movie.
very
Is it?
popular.
Okay, right,
Yeah, yeah.
right. Okay, uh-huh.
Yeah, it's yeah, that's a pretty good movie. Although uh, I don't. I mean, there are aspects of it that I don't really like.
Mhm.
Because Mike and I view it completely differently. Okay, so you
Really?
remember
Yeah.
at the very end of the movie, right? She quits, the fashion magazine, and
Mhm.
leaves Meryl Streep's magazine and so on, and she goes and applies for a job at this newspaper or whatever it is that she really wants to work at, right?
Yes, right. Mhm.
And she's in the interview, and she's the guy's saying, oh yeah, everything looks good, pretty good, but what's this with you, spending a year at a fashion magazine, is but
Yeah.
you know uh, but then right at the end of that interview, it's like, well, I got a call or a reference or whatever from what I can't remember the Meryl Streep's character, right? I got a call, and she said, that I would be crazy not to hire you, and
Yeah,
so
yeah.
she gets the job, right? Now, to me, that comment indicates that Meryl Streep's character had a lot of influence on that decision to give her the job, right?
Mhm, mhm. Yeah, yeah.
Which to me, it's like, I didn't like that. The fact that I mean, I that this fashion magazine, because it sells a number, a huge, has a huge circulation, that this person that doesn't have really anything to do with hard news is still
Mhm.
able to influence the hiring decisions of somebody at a newspaper, right? I mean, I didn't like that aspect of it.
Yeah, I see what you're saying, right.
You know,
Uh,
I thought, okay, yeah. So if you suck up to the right, it's more
yeah.
important how good your credentials are. If you suck up to the right person, you're going to get a good job, right? And I thought, oh, that's teaching people the wrong thing. I thought,
It borders on nepotism, doesn't it, a bit
right,
then,
yeah,
yeah, it's
yeah,
kind of,
yeah,
yeah, and plus it's an older movie, so
yeah,
right,
yeah.
so maybe it's different these days, and
Mm,
that's a point too, right? Some movies are a bit old. What did
yeah.
Mike think of it? I mean, did he didn't feel that way?
Mike thought, no, she got the job because of her own credentials, and I thought, well,
Mhm,
if
mhm.
she got it because of her own credentials, then why did that guy even make that comment about, yeah, well, she said I'd be crazy not to hire you or whatever,
Yeah,
uh,
true.
it's like, I mean, it's like, if I've already decided to hire you, why would I even bring that up? I mean, it's like, it seemed to me to be an indication that, okay, if I was on the fence, okay, this is what pushed me over to decide to offer you the job, right? And it's like,
Mhm, mhm, mhm. Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
I gotcha.
yeah,
Yeah, I'll have to watch that movie again. It's been a while. Haven't seen
yeah,
it in
yeah,
ages, yeah, but it's a good movie, I know.
yeah, yeah.
Well written movie.
Oh yeah, yeah, it is. It's a good movie. It really is. But
So let's talk about Squid Game for a little bit.
Squid Game, yeah.
Yes, I enjoyed Squid Game. I thought it was good.
It was great. I mean, I was a little hesitant when I got into it. I thought, am I gonna like this? One, it's Korean, so reading the subtitles and so on, um, but
Yeah. Did you
and
listen to the dialogue dubbed at all?
actually, yeah, I watched it. I watched it actually a couple of times, and the first time I watched it, with the English subtitles and the Korean, and then I watched it English language spoken, the
Yeah.
English audio with the English language subtitles, and noticed, like, just about at every chance there was, if there were two ways to say something, they would say it two different ways depending on whether it was the dubbing or the subtitles. You
That's
know,
cool. I'll have to do that. I'll have to watch with the English subtitles. Yeah. Uh,
Yeah, 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 with yeah. So the dubbing, the
and the
choice,
dubbing.
right? Yeah, just the word choices that they make. It's like,
Hmm.
uh, you know, uh, yeah. Just I can't even think of any examples right now, but it's just like, yeah, there's two ways to say it, and it's like they purposefully chose to do it in two different ways to like kind of cover their tracks. Like, oh, if this isn't
Yeah,
quite right than the other, but I mean, it's the same meaning, you
I
know.
I think I told you I heard a Korean woman commenting on this on a
Hmm.
podcast I was listening
Hmm.
to once, and she said like the both the subtitles and the dubbing doesn't do justice to the actual Korean. There's so many
That
cultural
makes sense.
nuances and whatnot right in the actual Korean that
Yeah.
it's really hard to capture it
Yeah.
in
Oh,
both
that makes
dubbing
sense.
and
That
English.
makes
Yeah,
sense.
yeah.
You know, I mean, you know,
Culturally,
yeah, I mean, my, pitiful little example that I can relate to, so have you read Wagahawa wa Neko de Aru?
no. You told me about it. No, no. I know the
Right.
book,
Yeah.
but
So
I haven't.
Wagahawa wa Neko de Aru, in Japanese means I am a cat, right?
Yes, yeah. Hmm.
Right? But Wagahai is like only used by like the emperor or the emperor's family. That's the only person in Japan that would actually say Wagahai. I
Uh,
mean the royal me.
mhm, mhm.
But when you translate it into English, you just write "I am a cat" because we don't have a royal I, right?
Mhm, mhm.
So if you read the title "I am a cat," you're going to say, "Oh, I am a cat." All right, this is a story from a cat's biography or whatever, autobiography or something. But this is Wagahaiwa Nico de Aru, tells you that this is some kind of snooty cat. He thinks he's hot stuff. Because he's using this
Right.
Wagahai.
So
So you lose
Wagahai
all
is
that.
like Watashi wa, right? Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah. Normal
Exactly.
Japanese. Yes.
Yeah.
Right. 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 Yeah.
I mean, that's what
Yeah.
freaks me out about Japanese is they don't use they don't use pronouns as much as we do. I mean, when you're talking to somebody, you don't usually say anata anata, or omae or something like that. You usually just say, oh, sensei wa do omoimasu ka?
So
Well,
right. Yeah.
they use your title or they'll use your name, right?
Or kaimono ni ikoka, right?
Right, yeah, yeah. Either
Just
they
go
leave it
shopping.
off or they use a title or they use your name, right?
Mhm,
Uh,
mhm.
Tashi tsukareteru, Jeff wa, right? What about you, Jeff?
Yeah, nice criterio.
Right?
Right.
But in English, we always would say, how about you? What do you think? Are you
Yes.
okay? It's always you,
Right.
you, you. But in English, we only have one word for you, one word for I, one
Mhm.
word for we. But in Japanese, they have all these different
That
words.
that shows you how contextual Japanese is, right? The
Mm,
language, the culture, right? Everything, right? Based on the context of the situation,
right.
and English is more contentual, right?
Yep.
To say kind of like you, right?
Yep.
Uh, why don't you and I go to the store? Yeah.
Right.
With the thing with the Squid Game, with the language aspect, I don't think it detracted from the power of it.
No, not at
I
all. I
thought it was
thought
a
it
really
was.
powerful story, anyway, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, it makes me kind of wonder what I missed out on by not, understanding the Korean. But it was a top notch production, all the way around. I thought,
I
yeah.
thought it was really good. I'm going to do some spoiling here, so if there's anyone watching this who hasn't seen it, turn you might want to turn off the microphone, the speakers, or whatever, or turn away for a few minutes. But how about at the end when he dyed his hair there, right?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Towards the end, I thought that was a great ending in that respect, where he found the boy again, right? Found the child, and right, and kind of took care of him and whatnot, and
Mm.
did him right, and then getting on the plane though, right?
Ah, yeah, yeah, yeah.
I knew it was like, wait, no, is this going to be the end? Right? There's got to be some kind of twist, right? Right,
Mm.
the end, right? So,
Well, I heard that they're talking about the another season of it.
yeah, really?
Yep.
Okay. No, that I
Yep.
hadn't heard. Yeah.
He should have gotten on the damn plane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I agree. I totally
Yeah.
agree. He should have, yeah.
Yeah.
Man,
Yeah.
he was just like so close, right? Slowing down. Yeah.
Yep.
Looking at his phone. Stop. Talking on the phone. Turn around.
All right. Well, it's getting close to my getting ready for
Yes.
class time here, so
Okay,
I've
Dan.
got to
Yeah.
wrap it up here. But
Okay.
yeah, I mean, I'm thank you for sticking around and helping me figure out until I finally figured out how to bring you on camera. I mean, that was a
Yeah,
whole
no problem.
ordeal right there.
Oh, it was totally a whole ordeal. And now I'm gonna have to try to do it too with you.
Yes, yes,
Uh
absolutely.
but now we figured it out, so we'll be able to do it.
Yep. Yep.
And hopefully they'll be able to, let us share something on this
Mm.
platform also, right? Like
Yeah.
pictures or additional stuff. Yeah,
Yeah,
but it
yeah,
was
yeah.
fun.
A few,
Fun.
yeah, a few more options would be appreciated, but
Yeah,
yeah, it's definitely workable, just like this. Yeah, and
it
I mean,
is.
the interface is less cluttered than it used to be. I mean, less options, so it's less cluttered, and
Very true.
the I mean, as far as the visual, I mean, it's pretty easy to look at.
Yeah, even
it's still
even
your
you.
face. So I mean, there's that, but other than that, it's
What's this thing above me here, man?
yeah.
Yeah. Well,
All
how's
righty.
the
Yeah.
class? I guess you're still online, right?
Yeah. I'm doing it online. Yeah. I keep trying to push them toward, going to the classroom, but it sounds like some of them have either the class before or the class after that's online still. So, do they still have a lot of classes online there?
They've got several. I have two classes online actually. One
Okay.
Tuesday morning, just because I have the
Hmm.
same students Wednesday evening, so just to delineate that up, so we're not too close all the time.
Right.
But my Friday class, fourth period, is too many students to fit in the classroom. I think that was the problem.
Yeah.
Is
Okay. So
45
yeah, I think
students capacity wise is
Yeah.
too many.
I think that's what's happened to mine. I've got, some of the students are in large classes, either, the period before or the period after my class. And so it's too much of they can't get home or whatever. And they don't want to, be hassled to, or they can't, they're at home, or, they can be at home to do the online class, but then they'd have to come to school. So that means they'd have to do the online class in the computer room or whatever. And just whatever.
Mhm,
So
mhm.
there's enough of them that don't want to do it that I'm like, fine, okay, we can make it work.
Yeah. Okay. Well, there you go. There you go. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what you got to do. It'll be over soon anyway.
Yep, absolutely.
It's
Yeah, we're
halfway through
halfway
the
through.
semester.
Yeah, basically,
Yeah.
almost
Yeah.
almost halfway through. Yeah,
Yeah. Indeed.
goes
Indeed. It
fast.
does. It goes super fast.
Yeah.
Well, nice talking to you, Dan.
Yep,
Thanks.
yep, and
Great.
thanks to Black Eyed Dog and
Thanks, Black Eyed
Jeeves
Dog.
also. He dropped in. Thanks, Jeeves. Yeah, appreciate
Jeeves.
you.
Okay. Great. Yeah.
Okay, yep.
Excellent. Okay.
Take it easy.
Bye, guys.
Bye
Yeah.
bye.
Thanks a lot.